You thought leaving was the finish line. Once the door was shut and the papers were signed, once you walked out, you checked your last box and it was over. But that's when the aftershock hit. The rage text at midnight, court papers dropped like bombs, standing in the parking lot waiting for your kids while he makes you sweat out every single minute of silence just to prove that he still can. That is separation abuse, the only crime in the world where the victim is forced by law to stay in contact with their abuser if there are kids involved. And if you don't learn how to anchor, you will collapse, spiral, and hand him the win. Anchoring is how you flip it. It's how you stop letting the storm live inside of your body. Anchoring is how you become untouchable. I'm Megan Webster, an abuse recovery coach, a trauma-informed strategist, and the woman a narcissist hopes to never meet twice. This is the Narcissist's Worst Nightmare podcast, where we rip off the mask of abuse, break the trauma bond, and give you all the tools to leave safely, heal deeply, and rebuild stronger than ever. Post-separation abuse does not start in your head. It starts in your body. I had a client sit in front of me on a Zoom call with her hands trembling so badly she couldn't hold her coffee. She had shared that he had sent 40 text messages the night before and that she had read every single one until she was shaking. That is collapse. That's her nervous system convincing her that she's still trapped in the house that she already left. And if you've lived this or you are living this, you know. One buzz of your phone and your chest seizes. Your breath gets shallow, you can't sleep, and by morning you look hollow, and your kids can see it too. That's what the collapse costs. It's not just your peace, it's also theirs. And you did not collapse because you were weak. You collapsed because your body was trained to think chaos is safer than calm, that silence is just a warning shot before the explosion. These rage texts are not random. They are weapons, and every ping is just another attempt to put your body back on the leash. Anchoring looks wildly different, and this is the work we do inside of the RR membership. A client recently shared with me that she no longer allows those calls to just come through. She actually put her phone on silent into the kitchen drawer and continued on with her day. She said it wasn't perfect. She still felt the burning in her chest, but she got sleep that night. And the next morning, her kids didn't get a wreck of a mom. They got cereal and eye contact and love and laughter before school. That's what anchoring in the body does. You stop letting the phone own your nervous system and you remind yourself, this is a trigger, not my truth, and I am safe in this moment. Because when your body is steady, when your children see safety in real time, that is the first step in breaking the cycle. The next battlefield isn't your body, it's your mind. I had a client who walked into a courtroom and she watched her ex put on a show. And if you've been in a courtroom with a narcissist, you know exactly what I'm about to share with you. Clean shirt, fake tears, telling the judge that she was unstable. She shared with us that the second he opened his mouth, her mind went blank. She felt like she couldn't breathe and she wasn't able to defend herself. Now, we don't defend ourselves against narcissists. That's just playing with fire. You replay the lies all night. You write defenses you'll never send. You almost start believing the poison because it lives in your head so long after it's gone. And that's the point. His lies are not just for the judge, they're also to affect you. If he can make you doubt your own sanity while you're together, if he can take up space in your mind while you're apart, he's not going to need evidence. He already won because the trial's happening inside of your head. Anchoring in the mind means refusing to take the bait. It's telling yourself, this is theater, this is bait, and none of this belongs to me. I've had some clients share practices with me before they enter the courtroom, before they have to face their ex. They have things on sticky notes that say, I don't defend lies, his words are not my truth. The next time the same client went into court and she felt her stomach start to churn, she spoke calmly. She did not stumble. She didn't cry in the hallway. She walked out steady. And when she got home, her kids didn't have a mom that was shattered by lies. They got a mom who cooked dinner and asked about their day like court hadn't even happened. This is what anchoring in the mind is really like. The collapse teaches your kids that somebody else's script can control your narrative. Anchoring shows them that the truth does not need defending. It is lived out loud in how you carry yourself. I think the hardest part about post-separation abuse, it doesn't just hit you. It hits your kids through you. One client shared with me that drop off for her was a specific kind of hell. He's late on purpose. He makes digs at her in front of their daughter. She said she usually snaps back and then the child watches us fight and I hate myself for it. That's collapse. And collapse is not just losing it in the moment. It's your nervous system broadcasting danger to your child. Kids don't just hear your words, but they feel your body. They register shaky breath, voice raised, fists clenched at a steering wheel. Their little bodies get this code. This is what love feels like. This is what home feels like. Unstable, uncertain, unpredictable, maybe even unsafe. And that's probably the part that's going to gut you the most. You left to protect them, and yet here you are, still living with the same storm through you. Anchoring is where everything gets to shift. You decide, the storm stops in my body before it reaches theirs. It looks like feeling the rage rise, the panic surge, and instead of unleashing it or swallowing it, you ground it, feet in the pavement, hand on your chest, breathing slower than the words he's throwing at you. You crouch down, you hug your child, you say, I love you, I'll see you Sunday. The body speaks calm when your heart is pounding. Because kids don't feel safe just because you tell them they are. They feel safe when your nervous system says, I'm steady. You're okay. Nothing he can do can shake me out of my anchor. And that's when children learn what safety actually feels like in their own bodies. Here's a savage truth. The collapse passes down chaos as an inheritance. Every time you spiral in front of them, their nervous system learns that love equals instability. And anchoring is going to break that inheritance. It's the pattern interrupt. It's showing them in real time that love can mean steady, calm, safe, even if there is a storm. When you anchor, you don't just protect your peace. You are rewiring your children's definition of love. Let that sink in for a second. You're giving their nervous system a blueprint to say, love that I know is steady and safe, right? Post-separation abuse is real. It's rage text, it's courtroom traps, it's drop-off games just to rattle you. And yeah, it's the only system in the world where the law itself forces you to stay tethered and in contact with the person that tried to destroy you. But the collapse is what's going to feed it. It teaches your kids chaos runs the house, how the abuse keeps living inside your home even after you left. Anchoring changes everything. It's silence when they expect screams. It's breathing when they want to panic. It's stability for your kids even when he wants them to see you broken. That's the real finish line. Not the day that you leave, but the day that the collapsing stops. If this episode cracks something open in you, good. That means you are waking up. Share this with another woman who needs it. Hit follow so you never miss the next one. Send me a DM on Instagram and tell me what landed for you. And when you are ready to go deeper, join me inside of the Reinvent, Rebuild, Redeem membership, the community of badass women who are learning to dismantle post-separation abuse, anchor into their power, and rebuild into the narcissist's worst nightmare. This is the Narcissist's Worst Nightmare podcast. And remember, your comeback starts when you decide you are done apologizing for things that were never your fault.